I'm sure by now, if I say Chris Rock, Will Smith, you know what I'm talking about. It's the incident at the Oscars last week, a few days ago. So just out for a walk and thought I should share my thoughts around that. As you know, for those of us living here in the diaspora and in the UK, really. So I'm just walking, so you may hear footsteps, you may hear the wind, but hopefully the video is clear enough. So a few things to unpick. First of all, so I'll share the video. I'll share the video now, so you all can watch. It's a 1 minute video, so watch that, and then once you finish watching that, I can sort of give my own thoughts and my own views around, like, what do I think about the whole incident. So watch. Thanks.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
I'm going to.
Okay, so you've seen that video now. So Chris Rock was making a joke about Will Smith's wife, Jada, and Chris Rock was laughing hysterically, actually. So he found it funny. And then the next thing we saw, Chris Rock got up, walked for about probably 10 or so seconds, and then slapped Chris Rock in front of the world. It's one of those things that if someone said that was going to happen, you would have said no, it's not possible. Like Chris Rock, Will Smith would not get up at an Oscars event to slap, an entertainer or a comedian or anyone for that reason. But Will Smith did it, and why did he do it? Like, what caused it? If you saw that comedy, if you saw that the video I just shared, so there's been a lot of conversations around, Chris Rock crossed the line. He shouldn't have made fun of Jada's hair loss, and even though you're a comedian, there are some jokes you shouldn't some areas you shouldn't go into when you're cracking jokes. I understand that, but this is what I think. What if Chris Rock didn't know that Jada had a condition? All right, so this is just what if. I don't know the background to it. So what if he doesn't know? And there's something my parents taught me. It's around giving people the benefit of doubt, because you just never know. Some things you can't be sure of, so it's best to give someone the benefit of doubt. So for example, you call someone, he doesn't pick up, make an excuse for them that maybe they're busy. And maybe even if you call them 3 times, make an excuse for them that maybe they're busy, they're going through something, and they'll get back to you, rather than just assuming, oh, he's not answering my calls, he's being rude, I'm not calling him again. Like, just this attitude of making excuses for people. I think we need it in our society, because we are too quick to jump to conclusions sometimes. And then what then happens is we then make decisions or take actions based on what we've concluded, which sometimes is not correct or is not accurate, and brings us to where we are in the world today, with what's happening in Ukraine, with all the other wars that are happening across the world as well. So if Will Smith was pissed off that Chris Rock was joking about his wife's hair loss, it could have made an excuse for him that, you know what, maybe this dude doesn't know that my wife is going through something, and I'm gonna have a conversation with him, maybe during the break or at the end of the show, to say, listen, you need to apologize to my wife. She's actually going through something. Maybe that would have been more gentlemanly, but he didn't do that. He decided to be more physical and to quickly jump to conclusion as well. So that's one. The possibility that maybe Chris Rock didn't know. So let's assume Chris Rock knows, and let's assume Will Smith knows that Chris Rock knows. Does that justify Will Smith slapping Chris Rock? No, I don't think so. And this is my view. And, this is my channel, so I get to share my view, and, you can agree or you may disagree. I think the society has built us up as men to be protective, to be masculine. It's called toxic masculinity, which, I would say is what Will Smith was displaying that day. I think he felt that was what was required of him. That was what he had to do to protect his woman. So, and he got up and embarrassed himself in front of the whole world. He's now a joke himself to the whole world. I mean, the whole social media has gone wild about it. And I think he'll probably be fine. Is Will Smith is largely untouchable. He'll probably bounce back from this and make lots more amazing movies and maybe even win lots more awards in the future. However, what does this teach the rest of us? I mean, I don't care about these celebrities, to be honest with you, but what does this teach those that look up to people like Will Smith? It teaches them that the way to protect your woman, as they call it, is to be physically violent if someone says anything horrible about your woman or your family member. Indeed, it says if someone is saying something you don't like, don't engage them in a conversation. Just go out and be a man. Whack them in the face, punch them in the face, kick them in the stomach, and that's how you show them that you're man. And it's funny, after the whole incident, I actually had a conversation with my wife, and I was asking her, listen, so if I was Will Smith and you were Jada, what would you have wanted me to do? And fair enough, she said, I would have wanted you to do something. And I said, okay, so like what? And she said, well, maybe have a conversation with Chris Rock, which was what I thought as well. Like, don't just sit there and take it. Do something, but do something respectable. Because you're not just a guy, you're Will Smith. A lot of people look up to you, sadly. So your actions have a lot of consequences. And these guys can go on about, it's a lot of pressure being a celebrity, you're under the scrutiny, but that's the life you chose, that's what you signed up for. You can complain about that all you want, but then there's also the benefit of you earn so much money. So the life I signed up for is such that I don't earn a lot of money, or I don't earn as much money as Will Smith, but then I don't get scrutinized as much as Will Smith. So, you can't complain about the bad side of the life you've chosen, and ignore the good side of the life you've chosen, essentially. So my view is Will Smith should have been a big boy. And again, there's been conversations around maybe Jada sort of egged him on to do something, or maybe Jada's facial reaction made him react the way he reacted. Like maybe Jada egged him on. There's been some fingers pointed at Jada as well. This is what I think. You've got to you've got to take responsibility for your own actions. Will Smith or nobody can blame Jada. And indeed, nobody can blame Chris Rock for what Will Smith did. The only person who can blame for what Will Smith did is Will Smith. Because guess what? A lot of people are going to come at you, especially when you're up there. I mean, even when you're not up anywhere, people are coming at you constantly. So, as a celebrity, there are people coming at you every time. And I know these guys have learned to And I know these guys have learned to restrain themselves, but there can't be a limit to how much restraint you have. As a celebrity, you've just got to have or consistently be restrained. That's the life you signed up for. And then that applies to us as individuals as well. Because sometimes when things happen in the world, you hear, people say, oh, it wasn't my fault. He made me do it, or she made me do it. And I'm a big believer in you're responsible for your own actions. Like, I can do something to you, that's my action. But then you are responsible for your reaction to my action. You can't hold me responsible. To a large extent, all right? You can't go on, you can't go through life blaming people for your actions, blaming the government, blaming your teachers, blaming your parents, just blaming anybody really. At some point, you've got to take ownership of your action. If you're in a place in life where you're not very happy with, at some point, you've got to take ownership of that and ask yourself, what can I potentially do to move myself to where I need to be? What action can I take? What are the things within my control to make things better? Yes, blame others. Yes, maybe others are responsible for some of what you're going through. However, there should be somewhere there where you take ownership, responsibility as well. And this is the main thing I want to pull out from this whole sort of saga. Will Smith is responsible for everything that happened on that day. Will Smith is responsible for the embarrassment. Will Smith is responsible for the shame he brought on the academy. And indeed, Will Smith is responsible for the shame he brought on the black community as well. Because ultimately, you could see that as black on black crime. And I saw that and I just thought, come on. So unnecessary. So that's sort of my thought around what happened at the Oscars. And my sort of parting line is, you've got to take responsibility for your own actions. And you've got to take responsibility for your own reactions. You cannot blame anyone. No matter how much the world pushes you, no matter how much your manager, no matter what people do to you, maybe people in authority or whoever, you've got to then take responsibility for how you react to that. That is in your power. And if you're not there, if you're not in a place where you're doing that, then that's probably something you need to work on. And it's a strength as well as a leader. Because as a leader, a lot of crap will be thrown at you. Your employees are going to throw crap at you. Customers are going to throw crap at you. It goes with the territory. So, because your employees are throwing crap at you, do you want to throw crap back at your employees? No. You've got to just soak it up. That's what you signed up for. And that's the thing. It goes with the territory. You put yourself out there, then you should be ready for people throwing stuff at you. If you don't want that, step back. Let's own our actions, good or bad. Let's own it. Let's man up. Let's woman up. Let's say, that was me. I'm sorry. And best of all, let's watch how we act or react. Thank you. If you've enjoyed this video, please share, like, subscribe to my channel. And I've enjoyed this walk. It's actually been very warm today. Enjoy the rest of your week. Take care. Bye.